Most of us were taught to go to school, get good grades, and find a safe, stable job. But what if everything you've been taught about money is wrong? In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki reveals why the rich keep getting richer. Not because they work harder, but because they think differently. Today, we're breaking down the life-changing lessons that can help you escape the rat race, build wealth, and finally make money work for you. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Introduction: Two Dads, Two Mindsets. Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad begins with a simple but powerful story, the tale of two fathers who shaped his view of money and success. His poor dad, his biological father, was a highly educated man. He earned good grades, held a stable government job, and deeply believed that the path to success was through formal education and hard work. He taught Robert to study hard, get good grades, and find a secure job. His rich dad, the father of his best friend Mike, was very different. He never finished high school, but he understood how money really worked. He was an entrepreneur, a man who owned businesses, invested wisely, and made money work for him instead of working for money. Growing up between these two worlds, Kiyosaki witnessed how each father's mindset created drastically different outcomes. One always struggled financially despite his education. The other became one of the richest men in Hawaii. This contrast taught Robert his first major lesson. It's not how much money you make that matters. It's how you think about money and what you do with it. While most people are trained to work for money, the wealthy understand how to make money work for them. Lesson 1. The rich don't work for money. When Robert was young, Rich Dad gave him and Mike their first job working at one of his convenience stores. He paid them very little on purpose to teach them a lesson. After weeks of frustration, Robert demanded more pay, threatening to quit. That's when Rich Dad explained, "Most people work for money. The rich make money work for them." He wanted Robert to understand that chasing a paycheck is a trap. The majority of people spend their lives in the rat race, working harder, getting raises, paying more taxes, and spending more only to start over again each month. Rich Dad's message was clear. When you realize that you are the master of money, not its slave, you become financially free. Instead of focusing on wages, he encouraged Robert to focus on opportunities, to see ways money could generate more money through creativity, investment, and business ownership. This lesson is the foundation of financial independence. Stop trading time for money and start learning how to make money work for you. Lesson 2. Why teach financial literacy? One of the book's core messages is that schools don't teach financial education, and that's why so many educated people still struggle with money. Kiyosaki breaks down financial literacy into one simple rule. The rich acquire assets. The poor and middle class acquire liabilities, but they think they're assets. He defines assets as things that put money into your pocket, like rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, royalties, or small businesses. Liabilities, on the other hand, take money out of your pocket, like car loans, expensive homes, and credit card debt. For example, many people believe their house is their greatest asset. But in reality, it costs money every month, through mortgage payments, property taxes, maintenance, and insurance. Unless it generates income, it's a liability. Financial literacy means understanding the difference between income and expense, asset and liability, and then using that knowledge to make smarter decisions. Building wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep and how effectively you make that money grow. Lesson 3. Mind your own business. Rich Dad's next piece of advice was, mind your own business. He didn't mean start a business right away. He meant focus on building and owning your own assets, even while working for someone else. Most people spend their entire lives working for others, for employers, the government, or the bank. They work to make their boss rich, they pay taxes to the government, and they pay interest to the bank for loans and credit cards. Rich Dad encouraged Robert to start thinking differently. Use your job to learn, gain skills, and earn money. but invest that money into your own business portfolio, meaning income-producing assets like stocks, real estate, or small ventures. He reminded Robert that job security is an illusion. Even the most stable job can disappear overnight. But when you own assets, you create security that no employer can take away. In short, don't just work for money, build systems that earn for you, even when you sleep. Lesson 4. The history of taxes and the power of corporations. One of the more eye-opening chapters in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is Kiyosaki's explanation of how the rich use corporations to their advantage. Most people think of taxes as inevitable. You earn money, get taxed, and spend what's left. But the rich understand the system differently. They earn money through corporations, spend money on expenses and investments through the business, and then pay taxes on what remains. In other words, the poor and middle class earn, pay taxes, spend. The rich earn, spend through their business, pay taxes. Corporations provide tax advantages, legal protections, and financial flexibility that individuals don't have. Rich Dad explained that the rich don't break the rules. They just learn the rules and play the game better. Kiyosaki's takeaway: if you want to build wealth, learn how money and tax systems work. Study the language of business, accounting, and law. That knowledge is power. Lesson 5. The rich invent money. Kiyosaki emphasizes that wealth is not a matter of luck. It's a matter of financial intelligence and creativity. The rich don't wait for opportunities. They create them. They understand that money is an idea, and if you can think creatively, you can make money appear where others see none. For instance, Kiyosaki shares how he and his wife started investing in small, affordable real estate deals when they had little money. By seeing opportunities where others saw risk, they turned modest investments into significant income streams. He challenges readers to stop saying, "I can't afford it." Instead, ask, "How can I afford it?" That single shift in mindset moves you from being limited by money to being driven by imagination. Opportunities are everywhere, but only those who are financially educated and bold enough to act can truly see them. Lesson 6. Work to learn, don't work for money. In this lesson, Kiyosaki explains that most people focus too much on earning money and too little on acquiring skills. Rich Dad told him, the main reason most people struggle financially is because they've learned how to work for money, but they never learned how money works. Kiyosaki encourages readers to seek jobs that teach valuable skills like sales, marketing, communication, leadership, investing, and management. These are the real tools of wealth. He points out that the fear of failure keeps many people stuck. They avoid learning new things because they're afraid to look foolish or lose money. But success often requires failing forward, learning through mistakes. When you focus on growth instead of comfort, you develop the confidence and experience needed to thrive in the financial world. Lesson 7. Overcoming obstacles. Even with financial knowledge, Kiyosaki says most people never become rich because of 5 main obstacles. 1. Fear. The fear of losing money keeps people from taking risks. But failure is part of success. The rich learn from loss. The poor avoid it. 2. Cynicism, doubt, and negativity stop people from seeing opportunities. The pessimist says, "It won't work." The rich say, "Let's find out." 3. Laziness. Many claim they're too busy to invest or learn. In truth, they're just avoiding the work of self-improvement. 4. Bad habits. Poor financial habits, like spending before saving, destroy wealth-building potential. 5. Arrogance. Thinking you already know enough prevents growth. True wealth requires humility and continuous learning. Kiyosaki reminds us that emotions are powerful, but if we can control them, we can control our financial destiny. Lesson 8. Getting started. After all the principles, Kiyosaki offers a roadmap for action. 1. Decide to be rich. It starts with a mindset, a commitment to growth. 2. Choose your income type. Earned income, working for money. Portfolio income, stocks, investments. Passive income, cash flow from assets. 3. Pay yourself first. Invest before you spend. Make saving and investing a priority, not an afterthought. 4. Invest in education. Read books, attend seminars, find mentors, learn how money works. 5. Build a team. Surround yourself with accountants, lawyers, and advisors who can guide you. 6. Start small but start now. The perfect opportunity doesn't exist. Action creates opportunity. Rich Dad believed that the most dangerous words are, "I can't afford it." The moment you say that, your mind shuts down. The moment you ask, "How can I?" your mind opens up to possibilities. Lesson 9. Still want more? Here's what to do. In the final section, Kiyosaki challenges readers to take control of their financial future. He reminds us that financial freedom isn't reserved for the lucky or the brilliant. It's for anyone willing to learn, act, and persist. He encourages readers to start by changing their mindset, observing how money flows, and finding ways to make it work for them. The rich don't think about earning. They think about multiplying. He ends with a call to action. The key to financial freedom and great wealth is a person's ability to convert earned income into passive and/or portfolio income. In other words, stop working for money and start building systems that set you free. Conclusion: the real message of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. At its heart, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is not just a finance book. It's a mindset revolution. It's about breaking free from the rat race, overcoming fear, and taking control of your financial destiny. Robert Kiyosaki's main message is timeless. The poor and middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. Wealth begins not in your bank account, but in your mind. Once you start thinking differently about money, understanding assets, liabilities, and financial independence, you begin to build a life of true freedom, not just survival. So remember, it's not how much money you make, it's how you think about money that determines your future. Financial freedom starts with financial education. The rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. If this summary opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe for more life-changing book breakdowns, and share this video with someone who's ready to start their own journey to financial independence. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building your wealth mindset.